Hey everyone, it's Matt here and welcome to vlog 3 in the investment series that this house we've recently purchased and are completely refurbishing. You can see that the damp guys are midway between doing all the works. So all the plaster's come off, it's been taken off to the ground level up to here, and now that is all the way from the very back of the house, so we can check that out. Through here and then come on into the other room. So this is the front living room, it's been taken off here as well. And it's basically all the way around the entire ground floor. Now the cost for that was around £1,000. And then what we're gonna need to do is get everywhere replastered. And we've already had that quote and that's come in at around £975, I believe was the exact amount. So we'll keep you updated. Once we come back next time, there's gonna be a lot of transformation. We'll see all of this done, the plastering done, and then we'll start to update you on the kitchen bathrooms. Now, thought I'd give you guys an update to where we're at. So if you remember in the last video, this guttering here needed to be finished. That's now done. So we've got all new guttering. It's kind of hard to see at the top there, but all new guttering in the front. Let me open up and show everyone inside. Here we are then. So it's a little dark in here, obviously, because the curtains are closed. So all the plastering's been done now on the downstairs. As you can see here, this is all new plaster. If I show you the other side, let's take a look through to the other living room. Yeah, all done, literally everywhere on the ground floor. Doesn't look great at the moment, you've got to bear with it. It will start to look better as we go on now. So that original quote for all of this replastering was 1,000. We actually ended up paying 1,300 as there was quite a bit of extra work that needed doing. For example, under the stairs, that's got a plank. Sorry, that's got a plank in the way, but yeah, under the stairs it all needed doing as well. So we got that extra bit done. And there's the plastering in the kitchen. But let me go upstairs and I'll show you part of the bathroom being fitted. It's not finished yet, but you can see our new bath. There's a new toilet getting ready to be put in. So you can see our tiles here that are going to be going up. Nice marble style finish. Here we go. So here is the new bath. So envision what this is going to look like very soon. And now let's go back downstairs. One final thing to look at. So back in the kitchen, if you remember what this looks like, I'm going to do a cool transition. It's not going to be completely finished, but let's show part way done. You ready? Here we go. So we have got a kitchen now fitted. Don't worry, it is going to improve before the end. There's still obviously a lot more to do in here. Mainly the flooring, as you can see.
Yeah, let's go inside that and then we can talk about it a bit more. So we decided to go with a Wix kitchen in the end. One for price, and they had it all in stock, so we could get it as soon as possible because we're trying to get it done as quick as possible. Yeah,
I think it's turned out a nice finish. Obviously we've gone for the grey cupboards and then it's basically just simple white inside.
This is the worktop. It's kind of like a little bit. Let me see if
it's a light wood tone, isn't it?
Yeah, it was £1,117, and then we got a oven.
Yeah, this was good what we did with the oven.
So the oven and the hob were £200. We got it from a company called Master City Appliances in Birmingham.
Yeah.
They basically have appliances that are really good prices. So check them out, that was really good. And
let me show you what we did over here. This is interesting. So at the end here, basically the wall steps back slightly from here to the end of the wall. So what we were going to have to do when we were speaking with the other kitchen companies, they were saying that we're going to need to buy 2 worktops, which is obviously going to incur a lot more costs for that extra space. But what we did, you can see here we've got this wood chip, chipboard, a piece of wood. It's basically a false wall, so that then it can just go flush to the end without incurring a lot more extra cost, and it will look absolutely fine. So that would be cool.
And a lot of people did mention in the previous video to take the downstairs toilet out and make the kitchen longer. Yeah. But I feel like, especially with the rental market, I feel like a lot more tenants prefer a toilet downstairs.
Yeah, we found in our experience, haven't we? A lot of people always ask for a downstairs toilet, where I think the kitchen is, you're not going to win enough space there to make it worth it, especially for all the extra cost. In terms of a utility, you have a washer in here, and that's absolutely
yeah.
fine.
So a washer is going to go here, and then the space for the freezer is on the end.
We've had quite a lot of levelling that we've had to do, obviously, as you can see here.
Oops.
And then here.
Yeah, we had to cover this flooring, guys, to put the, we're going to put laminate down. We'll show you this. We kind of just went for like a cheap grey, what's it called? It's laminate, that's it.
Yeah.
And we were going to go for like a light oak, but apparently that gets marked easily. So
yeah, we're going for durability and style combined in one. Obviously, last time I was here, when I was over here, and I showed you the new plastering, didn't I?
Yeah.
We've got the decorator that's now started upstairs. That doesn't really look any different because it's only had like the first coat.
So last little peek at the kitchen. Let us know what you guys think. So yeah, with the appliances, and it was about 1,400. And with the sink and stuff. But
that's good for a kitchen.
We'll do a full price breakdown in the next video, maybe, when it's nearly finished. But we want to be transparent and share all the costs.
Yeah. And we paid complete regular price for all this, by the way. That isn't like a discount for our channel. We're not working with them like as a sponsor. We paid full price for everything we've got. Yeah. Should we go check out the bathroom? Yeah. Here's the bathroom then. So nice little update. We've got the tiles fitted around the bath. So when they're all cleaned up and when this room is all plastered and painted, they're going to look really cool. And then we've got the new bathtub in there as well. It's got the bath, and then the sink is in. It's looking, we've got a mirror cabinet with storage going up there that I've got for like £20. Yeah. To be fair, the house is at that stage where it still looks like there's so much that needs doing, but all of the main components have been done. Yeah. So basically just like the aesthetic that you see. So next time we come, there'll be a big update, won't there? Yeah. Look, this is what it's looking like at the moment. But these tiles, you know, they look alright, to be fair. They were quite good value. I didn't realise they were so big. I know, they on the website, I thought they'd be like small little metro style ones. Should we just show the bedroom where the decoration's going on? Yeah, let's go to the main bedroom. Here's the main bedroom. As you can see, we're going for just plain white. Yeah, nice and simple. Look a lot better when it's had a few more coats. Then we're having carpet up here. So we've got a carpet guy that actually came up today to quote. We had another company previously, so we're going to compare those prices. Yeah. We've got them, we'll share them with you. So we're going carpet on the bedrooms, landing and stairs. And then vinyl for the kitchen and bathrooms. Because if you put laminate down in the kitchen and like you have a leak or something, it can be a bit of a pain. So vinyl is a bit better for that. But let us know what kind of colour. We don't really know what flooring to go for in the kitchen, do we? Like a darker vinyl? Yeah, I think a little bit of a contrast because we don't want to go the same grey because the kitchen units are grey, so it wouldn't really work, it would clash. Light grey, white walls, we kind of, I think, go for a darker one, but we are on a budget, so there are limited styles. We've got to be smart with everything we do. Now, on another kind of quick note, we've actually just been viewing a couple of other houses, so we may have another project coming soon in this area. We've got two others that are due to complete soon in a different area that we're going to show you. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. You've got lots more property investment content to come, but we'll pick this up next time we're back at the house for another update. Okay guys, so it's been around a week since the last clip. We're going to go back to the house today and show you some more updates. The floor has been put down and the carpet is being put down tomorrow and the vinyl. So that would be exciting. We also just wanted to share a few things that we got in the post this week. I'll quickly show you the first thing. So this over here is the plaque for the house. So Chelsea from Project Plan, she kindly made this for us. I'll blur out the actual street, but you can choose like the background, the color of the numbers. There's loads of different kind of designs that you can do. So go and check Project Plan out. They've got a really cool Instagram. But yeah, thank you Chelsea for the sign. And then we also got these in the post, these surfboards. These are from Hylas, and there's actually a code you can use, summer20. They're cool, aren't they? Love them. Yeah, use summer20 for discount, but they look
so cool there, and we were thinking of putting them on the wall because you can actually hang them up too.
Yeah, and you can get skateboards, which I think are pretty cool as well. But we went for the surfboards, a bit more us.
And then we also got the adjustable weights, didn't we? From Muscle Squad.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a few workouts.
They're pretty good. So like 5 kg all the way up to what, 30 something? 32
kg, I think.
Yeah.
We'll put a link in the description for these things. But we'll go and check out the house now. And then what else are we doing, Matt, today?
Yeah, so straight after that, we're going to look at another property we're in the process of purchasing at the moment. We're actually going to be meeting a few builders there. We won't share too much with you just yet, as we're waiting for that to complete before we share everything.
We don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, but this is a bigger project, bigger house, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah, this was the probably biggest house that we've done, right? Yeah. It's not huge, but it's quite a big.
We're leveling up.
Yeah, so that's exciting. But we'll meet you guys at the property. Okay, so we're in the front living room. A few things that have been done, which I don't think we've seen yet, is first the decorating. So we did go for just plain white. We were going to mix it up a little bit, but as it's going to be tenanted and scuff's going to be made, we'll probably repaint it in a few years, and it's best just to do it kind of all white, super easy. And then flooring is down on the front and dining room. We went with a grey laminate, super good price, and I wanted to go for like a light oak, but this is like more wear and tearable.
Yeah, we've gone for durability. I'm just going to point out, because I know people will be wondering, obviously that there isn't finished. What happened is we had to get the damp guy to come back and do a little more there, and now it's just been replastered. It's all dry now, so it will be painted. That's why that looks like that. It's not a feature half wall.
This is a feature. But yeah, we've got the cute fireplace. It was that horrible yellow colour. I'll pop a picture on the screen of what it used to look like if you haven't watched the first video, but it wasn't cute at all. And then, so tomorrow carpet is going in on the stairs and the bedrooms, and then we're getting vinyl in the kitchen and bathroom. So here is what the second room is looking like. We had to get new skirting boards too, which are on.
It's such an amazing transformation when you do something as simple as paint the walls white and do grey flooring. How good does that look?
And let's show the kitchen. So we've levelled, not we, John, who is our contractor builder, who's amazing. He has levelled out the floor. With this house, it was very uneven. Floors were so off, door frames a bit wonky. But this Wicks kitchen, we're super pleased with. So I think I mentioned previously it was about 1,200, 1,400 with all the appliances. Pretty basic, but I think it looks cute.
It's come out really well.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went for the grey rather than the white. I think that works here, more durable. This is where the extractor is going to go. Nice black one.
Yeah, and this was just with a 10% Wix trade account, which I think you can just set up.
This makes me laugh. This is what they've put on to stop them hitting their heads on the boiler. Because all of this,
we've boxed all of the pipe. I keep saying we, but like I haven't done any of it. So
it's our house.
The things have all hidden away.
Yeah.
Which looks so much better because that was so ugly. And there was a radiator here, which I think where is it going?
Oh, it was just moved.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna put a new toilet in downstairs. About £55 for a new toilet.
Yeah, it's not much to see in there, a bit of storage.
But yeah, I'm really pleased with the kitchen. Lots of, basically the fridge, I think we're gonna, because tenants normally have a small fridge freezer, right? That's going down there.
I think it depends, but it's about for the space that we have.
Yeah.
That's what we were working with, otherwise we'd lost too much storage, so that will go down in there, and then the washing machine. Inside.
Because the hard thing is with this kitchen is, you know, the worktop space. So a lot of galley kitchens have space on this side and on this side. But with a worktop, there was not enough width for two. So we just thought the worktop space along here, and then you could have a small fridge.
Yeah. Maybe
you could put a freezer in the cellar because there's a basement, and then your washing machine here.
It's compact, but it works. It's come out really well. Yeah, it's going to be finished soon, and it's going to be on to the next one.
Should we quickly show the garden?
Yeah, sure.
We've got to do this. Oh.
That went well. Maybe it's this key here. It is funny, obviously, because, you know, we do have people do all the work, so it's like trying to figure out where the keys are.
Wait, John, is the door locked? Do you have the key?
Yeah.
It's not this one.
That's the back end key.
Yeah.
First time. Nice.
Oops. So this is what we're working with the kitchen. Not the kitchen. The garden.
It's quite nice. It's quite cute.
We did originally get it cut when we first completed because it was bushy, and now it's grown back, but there's a bush that we need to cut down at the end.
Yep.
But yeah, just clearing it up, and it's quite a good kitchen. What am I on about?
Any words? Are you
Quite a
obsessed
good
with our
garden
kitchen?
for this size house. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to, no, we're gonna go to the house that we're potentially completing on soon, fingers crossed. And then we'll do a quick Q&A in the apartment when we get back to Nottingham, and we'll see you guys then. Okay, so we're back in our apartment. It's actually the next day since the last clip.
Change of outfits.
Yeah, but we said in the previous investment blog that we would answer a few questions in the next video, so comment them down below. And we've gone through all the comments, got the main questions, and we thought just at the end of this video we'll go through them all.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's the most useful part, isn't it? Getting your questions answered. So, first one here from Jolie. The comment is, such an interesting video, thanks for sharing. Did you guys use bridging loan or finance to buy, or was it a fully cash buy? Yeah, good question. Obviously, I think most of the questions we looked at were around the financing element. So for us, we bought this with a buy-to-let mortgage. We put 25% down, 25% down payment. That is the most common amount you're going to get for a buy-to-let in the UK. That's like the minimum that you need, 25%. So we could have looked at bridging finance, but it's much more expensive. So if you're not familiar,
is a lot higher.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter term. So a buy-to-let mortgage would typically be over around 25 years, whereas bridging finance is usually around 1 year, about 12 months. And so you pay the interest on a monthly basis, and it's usually a lot higher.
And normally you kind of get bridging when the property is in like an absolute state. The property we bought was, although it needed a refurb, it was still able to get a buy-to-let mortgage on it. So when a lender goes around for a buy-to-let mortgage, they look if it's livable, habitable in that condition. It doesn't need to be really nice, obviously, but
yeah, so they basically, they'll go around and they'll do a set calculation which works out what the rental income would be in its current position, and then they'll work out obviously what the finance, the mortgage payments are going to be, and as long as there's enough to cover it and fit their specific stress tests, then that's okay. As someone said, it's mainly like running water, things like that. So you'd use a bridging finance if you don't have cash available and the property is in an inhabitable condition. So it's usually more common for developments rather than just properties like this.
yeah.
Now guys, obviously 25% of a property in the UK, I mean, what average price is in the UK? Around 250,000. So it is still a considerable amount. A lot of you will be thinking, obviously, like, how do you get that? So for us, it all started with the first property we bought. We bought that as a residential property, so we put 10% down. So because when you buy it for yourself to live in, or you say you're going to live there, you get to put 10% down, and then sold that house on, or you can either refinance and then basically use that profit to go into your next property and put 25% down. So
the best thing is to sell the residentials normally though, because if you refinance, you won't pull any money out. You'll just
unless you get an amazing deal.
Yeah, the increase in value will be the equity that you'll need for it to go onto a buy-to-let mortgage. So from a 10% equity to 25%.
Yeah, it's a great way that you can start your first 25% for a buy-to-let while actually only coming up with 10% originally. And often we always say our advice is like, go to a cheaper area if you're struggling to find where to start with. It doesn't have to be in your local area. We actually invest in 2 primary areas in the UK. One of them is around an hour from where we live, and the other is around 2.5 hours. So,
and the one that we're buying soon that's going to complete is 60,000. The deposit on that with stamp duty is around 20,000. So in a cheaper area, rather than a 60...
Actually a bit less than that, to be fair.
Oh, a bit less, yeah. I just added all the solicitors and stuff, just to round it to 20. But obviously if you're buying an investment property at 250,000, that's a lot more of a deposit. Obviously the return might be higher in a better area, capital appreciation, loads of factors, but yeah, you can look in different areas.
Yeah. And so, yeah, the deposit was basically just from our own savings that we've gradually built up by doing different investments. I know that was one of the most common questions.
And you can focus on growing a high income skill, so your monthly cash flow business, and then save that as much money for your investments.
And then we've got a follow-up question from Abby, who's also talking about the finances, but she also says, did you get a mortgage out or pay in full, which is kind of what we've just covered, and is your plan to sell on in the future? So for us personally, we want to keep these properties. That's our long-term goal, retaining them, building as much rental income as possible. So what we'll be doing is a refinance. So because we bought the property in quite bad condition, we've added value by our remodel. And so once that's all complete, we'll get a new mortgage to pay off the old one and hopefully pull as much money back out as possible of the money that we put in. And that's how we'll then use that to go on to the next one. We'll reinvest it. But because we've increased the value, we get to take out some of the profit without actually having to sell.
Yeah,
we won't take all of our money out, like just to be clear.
Yeah.
To find a deal where you pull everything out is really
You've got to buy
rare.
really below market value, but if you buy at a really good price, add lots of value, and obviously the market and surveyor is in your favour. But our goal with these properties is super long term, probably 20, 30 plus. I don't know, but we're not. We really like passive income, so the rental income every month will just compound and we'll just keep investing in it.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. I hope that answered your question. So Assad said, isn't damp a huge deal? Because obviously we talked a lot about this property's damp and all the work that we needed to do there. And I think when people hear about damp, they think like it's super bad, maybe you should avoid it. But pretty much all Victorian terrace houses or properties of that age are going to have some element of damp. And that's okay. Really, it's obviously how bad it is and if it's still an ongoing problem. That's the key thing that you have to fix. And often with these old houses, something as simple as gutters being blocked, there's been a leak, or getting the damp proofing work that we did. How much was that again? Was it like
we paid just over 1,000.
1,200.
Yeah, and if there's like really bad mold, that can be a bit more dangerous because there's a lot more of the complications with like health and that. But with the Victorian houses, as we were agents, we've been in a lot of Victorian houses when we first started, and it's quite common, to be fair.
Yeah, and it is dealable. Like you said, we spent around 1,200. We've got a 20-year guarantee with that work. So if anything ever comes back, the same company will go out and they'll sort it all at no extra charge. So it's pretty much a win, really. So it's not too bad.
Next one, we've got DN Empire's main channel. Every time I see these renovation videos, I get depressed. I had to fork out 20k plus to renovate my 3-bed. Where do you find tradesmen so cheap?
I picked that one because I thought it's kind of useful to talk about, I think, two things. One, obviously, how we've managed to find the tradesmen that we have, but also I think people spend certainly more when it's their own property. I think that's what you've got to remember. The reason a lot of what we're doing is so much less is because the kind of target for this area, we don't want to go too nice. And also as a rental property, it's more durable. So I think when you see the numbers that we're looking at, obviously if it was our own home, we would be spending a lot more on better materials and appliances and all that good stuff.
Because things of just going for a different worktop can like double the price, or a different sink. Like every little thing adds up with the renovations, and it's about having, if you can set up trade accounts with like the Wicks, the Howdens, I think you just need like a limited company. You can get 10% off.
And that's 10%, if you're doing 10% off a big kitchen and a massive order, then that stuff really adds up. And all you need to do is create a limited company. And it's with tradesmen, it's getting multiple different quotes. And it's having little tactics about going to second-hand stores to get some of the different furniture. Like we bought our appliances from a place that sell slightly damaged, or
like say if it's got a scratch on, they can't sell that in the store. So I think we bought a Hoover hob that was £400 for 200, and then a nice black gas hob that was 170 or something for 100. So we got that half price, because before we know it, that gas hob will be scratched all over probably, and it's.
And then in our kitchen, all of the kitchen designers we originally spoke with said we were going to need 2 worktops, which was going to literally double the cost of it. So it'd be around 400 instead of around 200. But then we had the idea to build basically a little false wall that would take up a bit more space. So, and that was just with what's it called, like MDF
like
style
thing.
plywood. And then we wouldn't need to buy 2 worktops. So it's like
Yeah.
little creative solutions like that you can get around having to spend too much. But obviously it depends on area as well. Tradesmen are going to
change.
Yeah, it's going
to London down south, we've had people pay loads. Up north, you know, it does vary. You can find lots of tradesmen on like My Builder, or there's so many of My Builder, like Which, I think. I went on a few and did a few kind of job postings, but the biggest thing is just recommendations. You know, ask everyone, like family, friends, do you know anyone, and just get multiple quotes. Like, it's okay to get like 4 or 5 quotes, and then you can really compare what they're doing for that price, the type of person, you know, the type of people we've worked with. If they've needed to come back and fix something, they've like done it in like so quickly. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
Manav Pancholi, are you guys doing a buy, refurb, refinance, rent on this property?
Yeah, so I also selected that because I thought if some people read that, they might not understand what that means. So,
buy, refurb,
yeah, we're doing buy, refurb, refinance, which so obviously we're buying the property that needs work, doing the refurb, and then we'll be refinancing to get a new mortgage to pay off the old one and obviously give us some profit in between, allow us to reinvest that money. So that is our primary strategy. Another key one obviously is the buy, refurb and sell. So very similar. It depends if you want a large lump sum of money straight away, or you prefer to have more consistent money obviously over time, but it also depends on your own income position. I think if you have a lower income, buying to sell might be a better strategy.
Yeah, just to build your cash pot.
Yeah.
You know, every bit you make, just reinvest, and before you know it, your capital will have grown. A lot of patience in the property game. I think we should mention that. Like, there are a lot of hurdles that we've had to overcome. I mean, we've only been vlogging the past, you know, this year about it.
It's taken us about 5 years.
Yeah. To really get into
4 or 5 years to get to where we are now. And we've been constantly trying to invest. We've had multiple mortgages at the start turned down.
Especially when you're self-employed,
yeah.
you know, you can get mortgages on 1-year tax returns, but they want 2 years, and then your books have to be really good. There's a lot of hurdles, so don't watch this video and think like,
it was super easy for us. We're just buying these properties now. You haven't seen the full last. Obviously, we tried to document as much as possible.
Yeah,
the last 5 years,
everything.
You know, offering on the first like 4 or 5 properties, not getting the mortgage through, or the seller pulling out.
It's been a journey.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Do not get. There will be hard days, but just keep going. It will be worth it in the end. That's what we always tell ourselves.
Video now.
Yeah, we have hard days, bad days about it too. Like, why is this happening? But it will be worth
it in the end.
Do your kitchen designer charge you for the CAD render? If so, how much? When all these people, handyman, damp workmen, come to your site, do they charge for a consultation before giving you a quote? That's from Ash Boye. No, so everyone we've dealt with, they've come around for a free kind of consultation. For the kitchen designers and the damp people, handyman, they all come for free to quote.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay anyone an initial fee for any of that. It's got to be a free initial consultation. I mean, unless it's someone like an architect, you know, that you would pay for their services. Anyone that's looking to get your business, I think if they're not prepared to come meet you, show you what they can do at no cost, then I don't think you would choose them. So, you know, we didn't pay for any of that stuff.
Harvinder Singh, how long do you estimate for this work to be completed? Keep up the good work. So thank you, Harvinder. So I think from a few days now.
Getting there, aren't we? It's getting close.
It's been, let me just see when we completed. Do you remember what date we completed? So completion date was 20th of May. It's currently 16th of July. So 20 May, June. So it's been 8 weeks next week. So 2 months.
10 weeks will be done.
Yeah, our goal maximum was 3 months, but I think John, who is our contractor, he has pretty much done everything. Carpets are going in today, and then we've just got garden.
And a few little tidying up bits, like putting a nice plaque out outside,
a toilet
full clean.
And full clean. So 10 weeks, I reckon. And we did have a week at the very start where we did nothing because we had the damp quotes. We didn't have enough damp quotes. The damp was just a bit hectic because there was a lot of damp in this house. So we wanted more quotes. We hadn't found somebody that we wanted to work with yet, and then we found someone. So we did have a week of it sitting empty. But the next one we've got everyone ready to go before completion. So everyone, we've asked the owner or the electrician guy, plasterer, decorator, and our main kind of contractor who does like the kitchen and bathroom has all seen the property. So see if you can do that to speed things up. So we'll be ready to go on that one.
100%. Just looking at another comment, Rachel is pretty much just asking how we fund the renovations.
Yeah.
And so for us, we literally fund them all from our own pocket, really. It literally, like we talked about, started with the first property that we bought, then the second, just from working hard and saving. And we just chose to spend the money on doing that rather than, say, buying our own home or
I think as
spending money on
well,
other
before our YouTube now is our main like cash flowing business with the tours and obviously the AdSense that YouTube pays us. So with our monthly income, we save the majority of that. We don't really go crazy with our, like, what do you call it? The monthly.
Yeah, I guess with the
monthly
success that
outgoings.
we've done with our channel now, it would be very easy to go out and buy really expensive things, but we're just still sticking and investing.
And before YouTube was high income, we were self-employed agents where we would get commission for all the houses we would sell, and we worked 6-7 days a week at that. We just wanted the monthly income so badly, didn't we?
Yeah. All
Which
these
paid off.
properties, just funded by our own savings. But that doesn't have to be the way you do it. You can certainly work with other investors, whether that's to buy the property on a joint venture basis or utilising something like a loan agreement, which a bit more complex to understand. And I always recommend trying to buy the first one completely on your own, just because then you're taking the full risk. And I think when you've got all that skin in the game, you're more likely to take it more seriously.
Another good way is starting as a deal sourcer. So that's basically where you find properties below market value, you do all the hard work with the viewings, the negotiations, and then you find kind of cash rich, time poor investors who want to buy properties, but they could be a CEO of a corporate company. They don't have the time to be traveling to viewings, and they'll just pay you a fee to source them properties. So that's similar to estate agency, and we also did deal sourcing for some investors just to get that, cash flowing amount into our
and experience.
And experience,
as well,
And then once we had the first deposit, that's when we first bought our own. So another great strategy there. Anyway, we're off topic now. Should we?
I think that's most of the
Oh, is it?
questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, guys, we've got 3 other properties that are going through at the moment. There's going to be so much vlogging and documenting all of that. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see all of that. If you're just watching this video and you're not already, hit like. Obviously, we really appreciate that. Show the love for this video and all of what we're obviously trying to share with you. But keep putting those questions in the comments because we'll try and do more of these Q&As.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.